Hey guys, Lyra here. So today I'm going to tell you how I was able to manifest a six-figure income with just a high school diploma and no experience or skills, just through the power of visualization and the will to succeed. So I'm going to take you back a few years ago, back to the year of 2009. I was 19 at the time. I graduated high school. I was working at Starbucks as a barista, and I had really big dreams for myself. I didn't want to just be a nobody. I wanted to be really, really rich. I wanted a lot of money. Unfortunately, I didn't actually have any concrete plans to make a lot of money. I wasn't in college to be a doctor or a lawyer. I wasn't starting any kind of businesses. I didn't really have anything on the go. All I really knew is that I wanted to be rich as fuck. That was my goal. Money, money, money. That's all I cared about at the time. So I just kept thinking this over and over and over. I want to be rich. I got to find a way to be rich. Trying to find a way, any way to make a shit ton of money, not work as a barista at Starbucks. Not that that's a bad thing. I actually really liked that job. At the time, I was kind of like internet dating or getting to know people online. So I would kind of talk to people on POF, meet up with them, chill, whatever. I was meeting people this way, so I actually happened to meet a guy, and our plan was that we were going to meet, we were going to go cruising. I don't recommend that now. It's probably really stupid to do that now. Something bad could have happened to me, but that's what I used to do back in 2009. So I met this guy, okay, and he pulls up in a brand new pickup truck, like baller ass, shiny, big, brand new. So I get in the pickup truck and we're cruising, and I'm like, wow, really nice truck. Like, is it your mom's truck? Is it your dad's truck? Like, you're 19 like me, can't be your truck. And he was like, oh no, this is my truck. And he was like, yeah, I paid for this truck in cash. And then I was like, okay, now you have my attention. What? How did you pay for this truck in cash? And he's like, I work in Fort McMurray. Fort McMurray, hello, in Alberta, oil sands. I was like, oh, oil, okay, it's a town in Canada, in my country, what? He's like, yeah, you can go there with no experience and make like 30 bucks an hour. I was like, what? He's like, well, I make 40 bucks an hour. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, you just go there, you know, you can be a laborer, you can be a truck driver, you can make 40 bucks an hour. And I was like, okay, why can't I do that? I'm the same as you. I don't have any skills. I have a high school diploma. That's all I have. You know, like, I can go make 40 bucks an hour. Why? Literally, that day, I decided I'm going to go to Fort McMurray, and in a year, I'm going to be making 40 bucks an hour. That is my new goal. I'm going to be making a six-figure income within a year, and that became my new goal. I actually happened to know someone in Fort McMurray, and this is a really, really freaky part, is that we kind of like talked on and off for about a year to 2 years. I previously met him a couple times. He's actually from the city that I was from, but he actually had moved to Fort McMurray as a policeman. That's where they stationed him. So I knew of somebody that already lived in Fort McMurray, and I hadn't talked to him for months. And then all of a sudden that day, the very day that I was like, okay, I gotta call this guy up, he calls me up. And he's like, hey, what's up? And then I was like, oh my god, that's a sign. I have to go to Fort McMurray. So this is just the beginning of the whole law of attraction manifestation thing. Weird stuff like this will begin to happen. So coincidentally, he calls me, and I'm like, you know, I was actually thinking of moving there to make money. He's like, yeah, there's lots of opportunity here. I can help you get a place. We can help you find a job. You know, just like come, you can stay with me till you find a place. So I was like, okay, it's happening. So I bought a one-way ticket to go to Fort McMurray, packed up all my stuff in 2 duffel bags, and I was like, boom, I was out of there. I was out of the city I was in, and I was going to Fort McMurray, and I was going to be making 40 bucks an hour. So I get there, I kind of get to know the city a little bit. It's definitely got a different vibe than any regular city that you would go to. I start information gathering through, okay, how am I going to get into the mine? How am I going to get a job in the mine without any experience at all, even in like construction or laboring? And I figure out real fast that I got to take a 1-month course for haul truck driving. So I wanted to be a dump truck driver, drive the oil sands dirt from the shovel pit to the hopper. That was my job, is I was going to be the dump truck driver. It's called a haul truck. And they had a whole course just to become a haul truck driver that was only a month long. And then they would set you up for an interview with all the largest oil sands companies in Fort McMurray, then you would get hired. And so that was the whole plan that I had. And so I applied for this course, and they gave me an interview, and unfortunately at the time I was really bad at speaking and stuff, being outgoing, being charismatic, and they just rejected me. I bombed the interview, I didn't do well at it, and they sent me a rejection letter, and they said, we don't have any spots available, so, sorry, you're not accepted into the course. I was so sad, I was like, oh my god, my plan is ruined. What am I going to do? How am I going to get a job now? I have no experience. I just came here for nothing. At the time, I was working at Starbucks again. I just transferred to a different Starbucks in Fort McMurray since I was already trained at Starbucks. So I was working at Starbucks, just making drinks, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give up on my dream. And this whole time, ever since I realized I had to be a haul truck driver, I was visualizing being a haul truck driver. I visualized myself in this giant ass dump truck. I visualized going up the ladder into the cab of the dump truck, looking down, seeing dirt, feeling dirt, smelling dirt, because it was really dusty in these mines. And I just visualized the whole experience, all of the emotions of feeling so good because I made so much money, and just driving this truck and knowing, I haven't fucking made, I made it, all of those feelings. That's how I was feeling back then, remember. Even when I got rejected from that course, I still kept visualizing it. Every day I would visualize it. I don't know why. It just really pumped me up, really motivated me to keep going for my dream. I want to just mention this was way back before I knew about law of attraction, before I knew about the power of visualization, before I knew about The Secret. This all just came naturally to me because it just was very motivational. So I just kept doing it, visualizing, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to be a failure, And then one day, something amazing happened. One day, this guy that I served coffee to every day, he was a regular, he asked me out of the blue, he was like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Where are you from? I was like, I'm from Winnipeg, and I came here to make money, get a job in the mine, make money. And he's like, why don't you just become a haul truck driver like me? Why don't you take the haul truck driving course? I was like, I already tried and they rejected me, and now I'm just kind of figuring out what to do now. And he's like, you wait, I'm gonna go there today. I know the lady who runs that haul truck driving course. I'm gonna talk to her. The very next day, I get a call from the school saying, we have an opening. Do you want to join the course for next month? I think this was in February or March of the next year. And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to do that course. So I go to school for a month, ace that course. I secure an interview with one of the largest oil sand companies in Fort McMurray. I get a job and I get hired as a haul truck driver before that year is up. I think I got hired in April, and remember, I left in October of 2009. I had achieved what I wanted to achieve, and this is the most amazing part. Okay, you guys, this is the most amazing part, is that one day, it was just in the summer, I was driving down a route, a dump truck route, and I was just cruising and just jamming to one of my favorite songs in the truck, and I felt the dirt on me, and I could smell the dirt, and then I realized it just clicked that was the very thing that I had been visualizing for all of those months. That scene that I had been imagining was real. It was in my reality, and I was just so shocked that the thing that I kept dreaming of was actually real. It was in front of me. I literally manifested it, and I'm telling you, it was one of the most euphoric, most powerful experiences I had ever basically experienced in my life. It was so empowering to know that I willfully manifested this into my reality, and that the power of manifestation really is possible, and it really is real and true. I love sharing that story with you to really show you the power of visualization, how powerful it can be for you in your life. I want to mention that other people have experienced this too. Jim Carrey imagining himself a $10 million check, writing that check out to him, keeping it in his wallet, looking at it every day, visualizing being a successful actor. And then right before his deadline was up, he got a real $10 million check from the movie Dumb and Dumber. Arnold Schwarzenegger's visualization story when he was just a poor farm boy from Austria dreaming to be #1 in bodybuilding in America. How he got himself as a poor farm boy to America and then became the champion of bodybuilding in America. It's because he visualized it. If you go read his biography, he said every single day, I visualized myself winning that. I knew I could be the best bodybuilder. I visualized myself as the best bodybuilder every day. I'm telling you guys, this is powerful. This does work. So that is my personal story of how I was able to use visualization to make $40 an hour and to make a 6-figure income at the age of 20. If you guys want to know a really another awesome law of attraction story about how I manifested actually like a spiritual, something really spiritual and like really like whoa, okay, watch my other law of attraction video called The Law of Attraction Works. I'll link it in the description for you guys below so you can see another amazing law of attraction manifestation story that I experienced. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!